Yo!
What's up, guys? Welcome to vlog number 46. This is me messing around with some MIDI stuff. It's kind of wild. It's yeah, a lot of options. I'm exploring that a little bit. I wanted to talk about ear training a little bit. Someone was asking me about perfect pitch and about ear training. So this is a big subject that I definitely want to talk more about, but I'll start. So first of all, I would say this is something that I'm very, very, very concerned about, in the sense of like I care about it a lot, and I spend a lot of time thinking and trying to have my ears and my fingers connected as much as possible. So specifically in the sense of perfect pitch, so I had a period where I was very concerned and thinking about it, that I have to have perfect pitch. I do not have perfect pitch right now, and I think it's not, it's a cool skill and it's great, but you don't have to have it. And I think as a reference point to amazing musicians that do not have perfect pitch, I would say Brad Meldau. I think that kind of seals the deal in terms of musicianship. It's like, there's no more conversation about it in a way. I did spend a lot of time practicing ear training in a lot of formats and on a daily basis for years and years. Again, from the basic singing exercises like solfege A1, A2, those like white books, playing melodies and writing and singing them accurately and shifting keys, to recording melodic dictations, maybe 4 or 8 bars or 16 bars, and then transcribing them. So I would just like write a melody, and it might be like very simple in the key of C, like, I don't know, right? So maybe something super simple, and then I would like write 20 of these, and then I would play them maybe slower, I don't know exactly what I just did, but something in the sort of like, maybe something of that nature, that you can really hear the chords. And if you can, that's fine, so you can break it down. But this is a little bit of a longer conversation. In that sense, what I would do is, again, try to take a simple melodic line and record it, listen to it just with a pencil and a piece of paper, and write it down. So I would sing, and I would, if I would not be sure about the note, I would resolve the note to the tonic, right? So if you have, again, everything is relating to the center, to the tonic, to the home bass. So if we're in C, so do, re, do, mi, re, do, right? Resolving to the tonic. The 3 notes that are the most stable ones are C, E, and G in the key of C major, and these are of course the notes of the triad as well. So if we're hearing the note D, do, re, we hear the relationship to the tonic and the tension, re, do, re, do, mi, more stable but still, mi, re, do, fa, mi, right? That's fa, mi, re, do, sol, do. Again, more a more stable note, the G, sol, sol, fa, mi, re, do, right? And then la, ti, do, going up, resolving up, and then ti, do. So sorry, I need to like totally wake up and sing right now. So basically, again, if you have a note that you're not sure about, you can sing it and resolve it to the tonic. And the faster, I guess, the more you do it, it's more obvious what the note is, and you're just like, oh yeah, that's E, So again, your brain would perform that magic, that like process behind your, behind the curtain, and you'll just be like, oh yeah, it's G, O, F, right? And of course, all these different style of music would have different fragments that are repeated, right? Like you know, in jazz, whatever, right? So if I hear this kind of phrase, I know automatically what the notes and the relationship. But again, it's very simple. The more you do these things, the easier it gets, and you'd be like, oh, okay, and then it goes. So these little fragments, again, those small cells, the more of those we know, and the more flexible and we understand the relationship to the tonic, the easier it gets, right? And then you might hear melody, you might not be sure about a note or two, but in general, you'll have a good grasp of what's going on. And if not, it's fine. You just, you know, do it more. Again, it's a process, and it's if you have not done that, you know, dictation writing and transcribing and being, you know, singing melodies and understanding how it's relating to the tonic, this is a very, very good thing to do. Again, this is just like, you know, kind of touching on the subject lightly. I'll try to be more methodic and just like to kind of like say, okay, let's, you know, talk kind of from the beginning to a more complex point, but that would kind of require me to really maybe write down a few things and think about how to go about it, because it's a huge subject, and you know, we can just talk about ear training and exercises all day, which is awesome. So we can, if you guys are interested, I don't know, just let me know so I can come up with more exercises that I've done, and you know, things that I feel that are really helpful for, you know, musicians, guitar players, or any instrument, and of course also playing it, you know, again, playing the progressions on the piano, playing the melody, and you know, singing it, and then you can take a little melody and just sing it in different keys, right? So you can take even just that part, understanding what's the relationship to the tonic, do, do, si, sol, la, si, do, la, sol. It's, you know, super simple melody that a lot of people kind of have in their back of their mind, so it's a good melody to kind of talk about, just because we kind of know that, or we kind of hear it, you know, even if we're from different cultures. So that's like, I think, a good song to discuss. So basically just taking this song and going to the piece of paper and writing the melody without using the instrument. And if you're not sure, again, just like take each note and resolve it to the tonic and figure it out. And then what I would do, and what I did, was, you know, writing the melody, then sing where maybe I have a mistake, then I can, you know, go to the piano and figure it out, or again, sing and resolve it and figure out what's the actual melody, and then try to hear the chords, maybe write a simple set of chords, and then go to the piano and play the chords that I think they are correct with that melody, and play the melody, and then see how it lines up. And of course, the chords are describing the melody, and the melody is describing the chords in a way, right? It's like this symbiotic relationship between the melody and the harmonic progression, right? So like, Giant Step would not sound good without these sets of chords, or All the Things You Are, or Autumn Leaves would not sound as a great tune as it is without the same set of harmonic progression, right? So again, the melodic ideas are kind of showing and articulating the progression in a certain way. So again, going back to Somewhere Over the Rainbow, so just like writing down the chords and seeing how much they're on the chords, and how much they're like on, a lot of times, on the triads, right? It's really spelling out the chords. And then maybe I would try to find another set of chords that would be a little bit more complex, but still kind of like describing what's going on. And then I would play it in all the keys. So I would take that song and be like, okay, let me start it from G and try to sing it, and then try to write it down. And these kind of exercises to be familiar and to be kind of flexible with, again, simple things in different, from different angles in different keys. And this is, again, simple stuff that we can all do, you know, on the subway, on whatever, on a flight, on the train, or at home, you know, that's valid too. So, again, I think music is the art of listening, and I think I said that before. So of course we really need to take care of our ears, you know, and I think nobody, again, is being born with the ability to play and sing giant steps through the keys, but it's an acquired skill. Again, you don't have to do that specific thing if you don't want to, but the point is that a lot of people can perform quite complex tasks, and it's, you know, impressive. But I'm just saying, like, it's not like they woke up one morning and they're like, oh, let me just, you know, do that. No, I think they, or I'm sure they spend a lot of time from different angles to be able to do that task, right? So again, it's a process, and trying and working on different things, again, harmonic progressions, harmonic dictations, melodic dictations, transcribing solos, you know, listening to what we're doing, all these things will make our ears and connection between fingers and ears stronger and better. Specifically with perfect pitch, I had a teacher in Israel. Her name is Dr. Batsheva Rubinstein. I studied with her for quite a few years. So she had a lot of exercises kind of to develop perfect pitch. So I don't have perfect pitch, but sometimes I would kind of know where I am harmonically or melodically. I would recognize things. It's not completely consistent, but I do, like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain exactly. But I also play a lot of guitar. You know, I play a lot of time during the day, so like it's like kind of more and more connected, I think. You know, my fingers, and like I'll hear something, so I'll be able to find it quicker. But again, it's a process. You know, I just transcribed a lot of stuff and checking out and trying to be engaged and doing this thing as much as possible, right? So if someone is asking me to learn a new song, it might take me, you know, not a long time, whereas the first time I tried to learn a song, it probably took me, I don't know, much longer, right? And again, it's not magic, it's just like I've checked out a lot of songs, so I have these like patterns and you know, basic like small cells that I can like say, oh, this is like that, this is like that with this change, you know, and so it's easier. I have these pieces of information that I can just like connect, and so it's not all random, and it's not just like, wow, 32 bar form, this is so easy, right? It's often will be AABA, and even if it's not, I'll be, oh, okay, it's different, so this is, you know, I can kind of see it. Again, with certain things faster, with certain things not as fast, and it's all fine. I mean, it's just, again, a process, and the ideas of us learning and playing music and creating, I think, music that is reflecting our thoughts, emotions, and feelings, and connection with other people. So again, these sets of skills are super important and are making us basically being able to progress faster, but they're not in a way a goal of itself, right? Because we want to, you know, the reason that you want to hear intervals really fast is because you want to hear something and respond to the sound, be able to understand it, tag it, and then do something with it if you want to, right? So if someone is playing whatever chord, I'll be like, oh, cool, he's playing that, I can do this, I can respond to it in a certain way, and I can hear different, you know, scales or you know, things against it if I care to do that. But just like saying, oh, this is great, this is F, you know, 7 sharp 9, just like for the recognition, that's cool, but again, I'm more concerned about the playing, so I want to know and be able to tag it in order to create something with that person that is playing that chord. Thank you for listening. I hope this is also interesting. Let me know if you want to talk more about ear training. I have a lot of exercises that I've done and checked out during the years, and I think some of them could be beneficial. So let me know if this is something that you guys want me to spend more time and talking about. And yeah, have an awesome day, evening, and week.